gonna be tapping in, man. Welcome back to the channel. Grant Hill annihilates LeBron James, says he will never be the GOAT. He doesn't seem mentally in it. Now, Grant Hill, one of the NBA greats, played against Michael Jordan, so he know what greatness looked like. Obviously, he's witnessing LeBron James now, and he says he doesn't seem mentally in it. He's not mentally strong. He's not a mentally strong-minded person. And when we talking about the greatest of all time, bro, we talking about the most mentally tough athletes that ever touched the league. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, players that willed their team to wins, players that took control over the game when it was crunch time and came through for their team. You feel me? Those type players, not players that are mentally weak. When things get tough, they run away, run to another team, recruit all-stars. And when y'all take an L, you blaming your teammates. Like, come on, dog. That's not what GOATs do. And in this video right here, man, you got Grant Hill, kind of throwing a little slick shot at LeBron, man, saying that, he's not mentally in it. So before we get into it, like the video, comment down below any videos y'all want me to react to next. And last but not least, subscribe to the channel if you new.
Former NBA player Grant Hill grants us with the truth, who once played for the Detroit Pistons, states that LeBron James can't be the GOAT because he's mentally weak. He ain't built like that to be no GOAT. But here's what Grant Hill had to say. The headline reads, Grant Hill on when he realized LeBron James will never be the GOAT. He says, quote, he just didn't seem mentally or emotionally in it. For most NBA fans, the GOAT debate comes down to Michael Jordan and LeBron James. But if you ask former NBA player Grant Hill after Game 4 of the 2018 NBA Finals, the latter doesn't belong in that conversation. He says, quote, he just did not seem mentally or emotionally in it, said Hill. Particularly when the game was somewhat close at halftime. They got down, but they fought back in the first half. And then the second half and the third, I think he took maybe one shot. It was not what I expected. And we have all these conversations and debates about GOATs. And this is that or the other, which you can't really have that. You can't really make an argument for that. And to me, when you come out and you're passive and you could have just don't give it your all when your team needs you, you can't really have that conversation as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly, and that's what I'm talking about. This is why LeBron James can't be a GOAT. Because when times get tough and the game getting close, guess who everybody looking at? You, the star player. They want you to take over and win them the game. That's what a star player is supposed to do. Not shy away from the moment or be passive. I don't want to hear all that, bro. When it's crunch time in a close, important game, the star players are supposed to have the rock and end the game, bro. For real, especially if you a GOAT, bro. Everybody knew when crunch time was approaching, Jordan or Kobe was shooting the last shot. What are we talking about, bro? With Bron, he passing it. He being passive. He putting all the pressure on the role players, and then when they don't hit the shot and they lose, he blaming his teammates. That's what he do. You're supposed to want to take that shot and just live with the results, bro. Especially if you a star player, bro. And you're supposed to be in that gym. And if you was really in the gym for real, and worked on your craft and worked on your skill and worked on that mid-range, that jump shot, you wouldn't even have no problem with shooting the shot because you worked on it so much that you'll be confident to take those type of shots. You feel what I'm saying, man? So I don't even want to hear none of that LeBron talk, man.
Added Hill. And speaking of granting wishes, dear Lord, I wish you can grant me one wish. No Ray J. I wish that LeBron James would get exposed for being on steroids allegedly, which we already know that he's been.
Yo, do y'all think LeBron James is on steroids, bro? Like, in the comments down below, man, let me know, man. It's a rumor going around that LeBron James take the roids, man. Ain't no way, man.
For most of his career. So more and more NBA players all of a sudden getting the courage to speak how they truly feel. The sad part in all of this is that they secretly felt this way about LeBron James for years. But they had to hold their tongue, hold back, and not speak the truth for years because it was against the company policy to be objective about LeBron James. So if LeBron has a poor performance, you better act like you're blind. You better act like it don't even exist. You better play Stevie Wonder out there, my boy. So although they may have felt like LeBron James doesn't even deserve consideration to be in the top 5, they had to literally lie and just go with it because they didn't want to lose their job. They didn't want to lose their job. But now they're seeing the Shaqs of the world, Patrick Ewings of the world, Paul Pierce. Well, Paul Pierce has been telling the truth about LeBron. But now you see more and more. Now they're following their lead. You know, it's almost similar to when they did that Surviving R. Kelly documentary. The teenage girls exposed R. Kelly for touching them. That's what's happening in basketball with LeBron. It's another Surviving LeBron episode. LeBron James no longer holds the power that he used to because now the power is within the people. You see how the media says, one of the writers wrote, he gonna say, when it comes to the NBA fans, the GOAT debate comes down to Michael Jordan and LeBron James. No, y'all wanted it to be that way. But the NBA players, they don't see it that way. And real diehard basketball fans know that LeBron James is overrated. He's had far too much to his advantage, and he still comes up short. So how can you be the greatest? Because he got stats? Because he got one chase down block? Because he got one championship in Cleveland that it took him almost 11 years to get? One bubble title, 2 championships that he won on super teams when he should have won more? Like, make it make sense. Most former NBA players would put Kobe above LeBron James. Y'all can't brainwash us like the Nick Wrongs of the world, the Chris Boo retards of the world, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Kendrick Perkins, the ESPNs of the world. Y'all can't convince us just by showing us stats that LeBron James is a better player than Kobe Bryant. Or
do y'all really think these TV analysts really can't talk bad about LeBron James? Do y'all really think that? That might be a thing, bro. Because you rarely see people talking bad about LeBron. But I like how people starting to come out and tell the truth, man. Speak how they truly feel about LeBron, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because they have influence on a lot of us sports fans. I ain't gonna lie. Especially the ones that are just, you know, not really paying attention to the game, not looking at the stats and stuff like that. Like, they really control the narrative around sports. I'm tired of hearing about LeBron, bro. He a good player and all, but I'm just ready for the new generation of hoops. LeBron he just have too much going on around his name. You know what I'm saying? He like to control everything, and when stuff don't go his way, he leave. As a player, man, LeBron do come with too much baggage, bro. Especially towards the end of his career. I'm starting to see why a lot of these teams don't want him. They don't want him. You feel me? They not trying to be controlled. They want to have their own team. They don't want one player controlling the team, in the roster, in the coaches.
Michael Jordan, he really doesn't belong in that conversation. LeBron James is too passive. He's too soft. LeBron James is a crybaby. He cracks. He folds under pressure. In big moments, LeBron James is going to make costly mistakes. We all know, according to the history books, LeBron James has the most turnovers in NBA history. Now, I'm loving the fact that NBA players are starting to express themselves. The media has lost their power. People are no longer watching ESPN, so they're not being brainwashed by ESPN constantly spewing hot garbage, spewing nothing but rhetoric. ESPN is at its wit's end. And if we being brutally honest, I think that Grant Hill was a better player than LeBron James.
Damn, now, of course, for real?
Unfortunately, Grant Hill was riddled with injuries, but I think that Grant Hill was a better player. I mean, if I was the general manager of a franchise and I had the #1 pick and I had to choose between Grant Hill and LeBron James, I'm picking Grant Hill every time.
I mean,
could you imagine
the injury,
if you were the Miami Heat, Pat Riley, and can you imagine if you were able to sign a prime Grant Hill and put Grant Hill alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh? You're easily going to win 3 or 4 championships. And for real, I ain't going to lie to you, bruh. I know this ain't got nothing to do with the GOAT debate, but the Detroit Pistons throwback jerseys, oh my God. Legendary jerseys. The 90s uniforms was fire. LeBron James was handpicked for one. There is almost 30 players that I can name off the top of my head that I think is better than LeBron James. And it's not even about I think. I know. He's the most overrated player in NBA history. And
y'all think LeBron overrated? I do. I think the media overhype his name. He's been playing at a high level for most of those years. Of course, he's going to accumulate all these stats. But in my eyes, bro, I think greatness is winning. And like bro said in the video, LeBron James folds under pressure. It's documented, bro. Like, y'all gotta go back and do the research, bro. It's documented. LeBron James folds under pressure with stacked teams. Like, that's crazy. So I agree, man. LeBron James, he overrated. He's a great player. You know, I'm not gonna knock him. But the GOAT, I gotta give it to MJ. Like, what are we talking about here?
For a lot of these players, such as Grant Hill and others, and if they had the teams that LeBron James had, if they had the type of talented teammates that LeBron James had when he was in Miami and when he came back to Cleveland, they would have had far more rings than LeBron James. They came along in a tougher era. And the one thing about Grant Hill, he could go get a bucket. Great ball handling skills. LeBron James is a really basic player. It's not a coincidence that when J.J. Barea guards LeBron James, he locks LeBron James up. Kawhi Leonard, a young pup, locks LeBron James up in the NBA Finals. If you're physical and you play man-to-man on-ball defense on LeBron James, he's going to get frustrated. We've seen him quit on the big stages. And I've said this time and time before, that what LeBron James does is, and what the media has brainwashed people, they have manipulated people into believing that LeBron James is carrying his team to a victory. More times than not, LeBron James has players around him. He let them do all the work. Then he comes in and then they try to paint it as if, they try to sell this narrative as if LeBron James carried the team back. He got the team back in the game. But we've seen him fold in the 2018 finals against the Golden State Warriors. He gets upset and goes off on J.R. Smith for not putting the ball back in the basket, for running away from the basket as the time was running out instead of putting the ball back up. But right after that, LeBron James quits. He got his head down, his body language, his behavioral patterns. It shows us that he's a quitter. We've seen him have too many 2011 Dallas Maverick moments where he quit on his team and averaged a whopping 11 points.
Right. Yeah, man, that moment when LeBron James quit on his team in the finals after J.R. Smith made that dumb play, that was the worst body language I've ever seen on the basketball court, bro. On the biggest stage, too, like, that's embarrassing as hell. Before they went into overtime, LeBron James already looked defeated. Already, like, he just mentally was out of it. You feel me? Yeah, your teammate made a mistake. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Encourage him, uplift him, come into the huddle, positive energy. Let's go get this win. That's what real leaders do. You know what I'm saying? That's what GOATs do. And they take over games. GOATs have a desire to win, bro. Especially at the highest level, bro. That's when the real competitive spirit come out too. When it matters the most. Come on, dog. That's why we respect Kobe, that mama mentality. That's why everybody respect MJ. Greatness. 6-0 in the finals. Never lost when it mattered the most. You feel what I'm saying? And too many moments, LeBron James, body language just throws the whole team off, starts crying, the energy spreads, and then they lose, and then he's pointing fingers. Y'all let me know in the comments, man, what y'all think about this. Was Grant Hill right? Because LeBron James do be out of it sometimes. But if you like the video, man, hit the like button, comment down below any videos y'all want me to check out next, and last but not least, sub up, man.